Dumelang Tsibinki. Thank you very much for joining Mobile Schools. Today's podcast is going to focus on Splinternet. This is a situation that's happening right now where countries are having their own private internet, and I think Africa is not ready for that. And we're not ready because we are not creating devices, we are not creating platforms that store information. The most important thing about internet is the moving back and forth of information. So if we are not creating WhatsApp, if we are not creating YouTube, if we are not creating Apple devices, if we are not creating Huawei, we are not ready for the Splinternet. And what's going to happen is that China is going to have its own internet that's going to have its own platforms like Weibo, WeChat. In America is going to have its own internet that's going to have your YouTube, your WhatsApp. Germany is going to start something with the EU that's going to have their own platforms and their own chat messaging things, but Africa doesn't have anything. The closest we got was a company called Mixit in South Africa, and we should go back to that. We should create our own devices, we should create our own platforms, we should create servers, a whole lot of servers that store all our information, because what's going to happen is that all the information that's going to be produced in this continent is going to go all over the world. There's a reason why Huawei is not being sold in America. There's a reason why America doesn't want China to install the 5G towers through Huawei. We don't seem to care. We don't seem to ask ourselves. We think it's personal. We think, oh no, it's personal. No, it's not personal. China is one of those countries that keeps information to themselves and uses it against the citizens when they're not happy. Fuck them for what they're doing to the Uyghur community, Uyghur Muslims there. To stop looking people down and saying you're re-educating them. No, they fucking have a religion that they believe in. Accept that. It's okay. You don't have to fucking make them sheeps like everybody else in your country. And as soon as the people try to fight, you kill them. But I digress. So the age of the Splinternet is really happening already, but our biggest problem on the continent is the situation where we have presidents, when people are protesting, they switch off the internet so information doesn't get out. So when we create these devices and platforms that are going to be the equivalent of YouTube, of WeChat from China, Weibo from China, Google, we need to create them in such a way that the information is stored by the people. So whoever decides to focus on servers, cloud computing, has to make sure that no government has control over that. So satellite internet is going to be one of our strategies that we need to use, and this is something we're doing at Mobile Schools. We're going to be hosting a whole lot of classes that teach people about accessing satellite internet, and we're going to try to install as many towers and as many equipment to different households who are studying in South Africa, so people can have satellite internet. We need to be connected to the internet, but we should also make sure that by the time we are asked to choose which internet to use, it will be ours. We will not use the American internet where we get American information only and they demonizing China and Russia. We are not going to get the Chinese internet where we are being forced to shit on other countries because they speak against what they're doing in their country. We need to have our own, but forget the whole we're not united as Africa. On this one, we have to be united. We have the manpower, we have the mentality. We just have shitty-ass politicians that are corrupt, but that's something that we can work around by creating devices that the people will buy. As soon as the people put money into our products and services, the sooner we will be able to create our own internet that will protect our information and not put us in these proxy internet wars that we're going to be facing very soon. Thank you for joining.